I hope your day is full of sanitizer and gloves and clean trash cans and not losing things. Can you see that I lost something in a trash can is what I'm trying to say. It is the only thing I can think about. It is consuming my mind. I got sent this beautiful ring. It was about a half size too big, but it was from this brand, German Kabirski. If you're not following them, follow them. They make the coolest, most eclectic jewelry. It was super funky. It was like this beautiful sapphire. And I'm not someone who buys a lot of expensive rings, but I fell in love with this ring, and I was getting compliments with this on this ring over the last week, and I threw out something in a dumpster, and the ring was half a size too big, and I noticed like 3 or 4 minutes later that the ring was no longer on my finger, and then I decided that maybe it was in my purse, maybe it fell out on the floor. So I retraced my steps and it was nowhere around the floor or anywhere around there. And then I had to go record this podcast with Kimberly Congdon. That's this week's podcast. You guys are going to love it. It's such a fun episode. It's so great to have Kim back in LA. But anyway, so I had to go record the podcast. So I had to stop looking for the ring. Then I went to record this podcast that you're about to love with Kim Congdon. I leave the podcast and I'm headed home, and I decide, you know what, let's just like retrace my steps one last time, make sure I didn't fall out in the car. I go back to the trash can where I think I may have thrown away my ring with the straw wrapper, and I put on gloves and a mask, and I'm like digging through this trash can looking for this ring because it was really expensive and really pretty. And then the whole time, all I can think about is COVID. I'm like, am I going to get coronavirus? I'm digging in this trash can with gloves on and a mask on, but still, everything freaks me out. I started getting like some stranger's ice cream that was half eaten on me. I got a bean underneath the gloves that I was wearing, and that's when I decided I couldn't do it anymore. Then I freaked out, sterilized my hands, came home, showered, washed everything, and I've just been in a spiral ever since. And I had to sit down to record this, and I just have to get this off my chest. I have to let my listeners know what's going on. You know what I mean? I also, the last 48 hours have been rough. I mean, this is, white privilege rough. When I say rough, I mean, I ate chips that my friend brought that she didn't realize were expired. And then when I asked her where she got the chips from, she said she got the chips at an estate sale. So this bitch poisoned me with her old chips. She brought her chips to a socially distanced gathering, was outside, and everyone brought different things. It was a potluck type of situation. And this bitch brought chips from an estate sale. I had to end up spitting the chip out off the side of the balcony, started gagging. So between the estate sale tortilla chips and the dumpster ring, the last 48 hours have been annoying. However, there are so many things that I'm grateful for. I am grateful for rainbows and butterflies and cannabis. Why? Because cannabis is a natural solution. No, I started just doing an advertisement for cannabis, just a broad cannabis ad. No, I'm so thankful for Libra. Libra is a sponsor of this podcast. They hook your girl up with the finest cannabis products all of the time. Most recently, I got some Kiva chocolate from them, and I consumed that. And it did take the edge off from the estate sale chips and the dumpster ring. So that's just what's going on with me. Guys, if you're in the Palm Desert area or anywhere in California, make sure to check out Libra shops. They're flagship stores in Palm Desert, but they also offer delivery in the desert. You can head to librashops.com or follow them at Libra Shop. Head to librashop.com and follow them at Libra Shops on Instagram. I'll write that all in the description. Again, at Libra Shops on Instagram. Follow them, give them some love, support them, because they're the reason you get to hear about the estate sale chips. They're the reason you get to hear me talk to Kimberly Congdon. They're the reason that I'm high right now. So follow them at Libra Shops, Instagram, show them some love. Something else I'm very grateful for, in addition to cannabis, is socks. I love socks. Anyone who knows me knows that I love a printed sock. Why? Because nothing makes me more happy than wearing a printed sock. Can you see this? You see this? I got my Biden socks on right now. No, so they base this company, Oh Yeah Socks, that's 3 O's, HYEAH socks. They make the most amazing socks, and now they make masks. And the best part is they collaborate with all different types of artists to bring so many great designs. You'll never see designs like you see at Oh Yeah Socks. So let me show you some of my favorites. So I have those Democratic socks, but they also have Republican socks, if that's your vibe. They have masks. They have these Bob Ross masks. How cool is this? And it has an opening for a straw. Okay? So, or a joint. You know what I mean? It's whatever you want it to be an opening for. How cool is that? And it's adjustable. I'm not going to put it on right now because I have lipstick on, but this is my favorite thing right now, and I'm so grateful to have Oh Yeah Socks as a sponsor. They also make these really amazing socks, and they collaborate with artists. So you're not only supporting an independent small business, you're supporting the podcast, you're supporting independent artists. Okay? Support small businesses, guys. They're supporting the show. We want to show them some love. Head to their website, ohyeah.com. That's 3 zeros, HYEAH.com. Enter discount code Sara, SARA 10 for 10% off. Get 10% off a mask. They also have really cool bandanas that you can wear on your neck and pull up, and they stay over your nose. They're really great. They have a tie-dye one, a leopard one, just a plain black one. They have masks for kids. They got socks for kids. They have slippers for adults, men, women, you name it. They have Mr. Rogers socks. They have Bob Ross socks. They have Adventure of Bill and Ted socks. I have a pair of Brady Bunch socks that I will show you eventually. What I'm saying is, Oh Yeah is a great way to cheer up someone or even yourself for just a small price. You're always going to need socks and you're always going to need a mask. You know, maybe you can't afford to buy a whole new wardrobe because we're in a global pandemic with no end in sight, but you're going to need a mask. And I have a discount code, Sara10, SARA 10. Again, all of this information is also in the description of this episode, guys. If you haven't left a review for my podcast, can you please do that? I'm not saying that it would make up for the dumpster ring situation or the estate sale chips, but it might help. You know, leave a review. I would so appreciate it. I have nothing but gratitude for all my listeners for continuing to tune in every week, continuing to try to bring you the best content the pandemic has to offer. And yeah, this episode with Kimberly Congdon is really fun. Did I just call her Kimberly Congdon? That was Red Band's old nickname for her. It seems like it just came out like naturally. Anyways, here's a great episode of Shank with Kim Congdon, guys. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast, please subscribe. iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Sara Weinshenk. Also, if anyone out there is listening and has an IMDb account or knows how to contact IMDb to change my age that is listed at 43 when I am in fact 33, please let me know, because multiple people have been like, oh, I didn't know you were 43. And it's like, I'm not. There's nothing wrong with being 43. It's just that I'm not 43. So if anyone has any advice on how to change that or can figure out how to get new information on the internet, slide in my DMs. Guys, enjoy this week's episode with Kimberly Congdon. It's a fun one. Okay, thanks so much. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Shank. I'm Sara Weinshenk, and today's guest is Kimberly Congdon.
Hey, you guys.
I'm so excited to have you on here, especially because we are in Los Angeles. How does it feel?
Bitch, quit talking to me so casual.
Yeah.
Who is you?
I don't know. I haven't had like a real life podcast in so long. I'm like, actually, I'm here with Kimberly Congdon.
I'm here with Kimberly Congdon, comedian, writer, comedian.
Roaster.
Kim, how are you today?
That is
I'm like, well, we just got high on the sidewalk, so.
She's starting professionally.
Right.
I mean, here's the thing. I've been doing so many solo podcasts. I've lost the ability to communicate in an effective way with a friend.
I understand. I don't know. I don't know if I could do a solo podcast. I was telling you that. Like, I feel like I'd run out of things to say. Like, is there ever moments where it's just quiet?
Yeah. Well, but then there's times where I've had to redo the solo podcast a few times because I lost my train of thought. Mm-hmm. And what I do now is I alternate. So I do so it's not just solo podcasts back to back, because if it's too many solo podcasts back to back, I run out of shit to talk about. But I have this plan. This is what I do.
Okay.
So since I haven't been able to go to mics as much, I just write down all of the stuff that I'd want to work out at a mic and then literally talk it out. I bring a piece of paper and just talk it out and see if there's anything funny in there.
Okay.
And then if there's something funny in there, that's normally my clip for Instagram.
Great.
And then maybe there's a larger joke there.
Right.
And I've been doing that. And then I have all these video representations of the bits that I'm trying to work out. And then later I can go back and build on those when stand-up
That's
comes
really
back.
smart.
So that's what I've been doing in terms of trying to do the solo podcast. But it does get...
You know what you should do? Whenever you have a moment of silence, you should have a segment that you pop in called Moment of Silence. And then you just do rapid facts that you have pre-recorded during your moment of silence, and then you come back to the podcast.
And it's your voice. Moment of silence.
I'll do the song. I'll go moment of silence, and I'll even say the facts. Like, let me think of a fact. Like, what's a good fact? Did you know? I don't know if any of my facts are true ever. That's the problem.
So you're basically like a Snapple cap.
I'm a Snapple. That's where I get my facts.
Okay, but this is something that I have talked about on a podcast by myself before, but I feel like it'll be good to talk about with somebody else.
Okay.
Don't you feel like Snapple was so around in the 90s?
So around?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was everywhere. It was around until about 2007 or 8.
That's what you're going to go ahead and say?
It clung on, yeah. But I haven't seen it since about 09. Like, the last Snapple I've seen is 09.
Yeah, 09, but
if
also...
someone hands me a Snapple, I'm like, I know that's old. I haven't seen one in a store in ages.
But also, okay, when you do see a Snapple, it's always the diet peach iced tea.
Yeah, it's always the nasty one.
Yeah.
You can never get that lemon one.
The original flavors that Snapple used to have. I remember there'd be refrigerators with full of Snapple. Mm-hmm. There were so many different treats from childhood that I miss.
I miss the little cracker things that you dunk in the cheese.
Oh.
They were like sticks, bread sticks.
Yeah, and they come with that little red stick.
Yeah, that you can smear the red stick is
the red stick.
The red stick is in my brain.
Yeah, because it made you feel important.
Yeah.
Because you're yeah, my snack comes with.
You're yes, I spread my cheese. Yeah. I'm not a pig.
Yeah. Yeah. Why did it make you feel like that as a kid?
Because that's what you need. As a kid, you need some respect on your food.
Yeah, I had no respect on my food.
Yeah.
I was I remember wanting snacks that my mom's no, absolutely not. Or if we would get fun shit, we would just eat it so fast. String things. Did you ever have that?
Was that what it was called?
It was called, yeah, it was called the string thing. And it was just this really long, piece of fruit gelatin.
No, I never got a string thing.
What about fruit by the foot?
Absolutely.
Was that just that roll up thing?
Yeah, it was just rolled up and it would be way longer than a foot. It was 11 feet or something. It was extra. It's too much.
It's that's how you measure things with the fruit roll up.
That's how you measure your dick as a kid. Yep, I got all the way up to blue.
Did you have phone sex?
Oh, sorry. Your dick only goes to yellow?
We're not
Lame.
friends. Did you have phone sex?
When?
When you were in middle school or high school?
Talking and making noises? Never.
I did. In high school.
Sarah.
I used to
you were always meant for the arts.
I I was like a horny high schooler.
No.
Yeah.
What'd you do, moan?
We would just like, I don't know. I can't even imagine doing it now, to be completely honest.
You know what you did. Tell us what you did. Were you like being like, I'm touching myself?
Yeah.
Would you actually do it or would you say it?
I would do it.
Oh, okay. That's hotter.
I was like a fucking horny teenager. I don't know where that came from. Oh, because measuring dick with fruit.
Yeah.
Like, anyways, I'm here with a podcaster comedian, Kimberly Congdon.
Well. Thank you very much, Sara Weinshenk.
This is a completely natural podcast. I'm obsessed with where we're podcasting from.
Yep. Me too.
Kim's new place.
Yep. That's my new spot. Ow. That's my new spot.
That's her perfume collection. And
it's all totally mine.
Mm-hmm. So describe how it feels to be back in Los Angeles.
It feels so great. It's so nice. I was supposed to be in New York this morning and I canceled my flight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told them I was exposed to someone with COVID. Is that fucked up?
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You said
don't post this for 2 weeks.
Who did you say that to?
I'm not saying.
Oh, the airline?
Yeah.
Oh, tell me when we're off camera.
Okay, I'll throw you the name. Mergin a Murmurka.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so yeah, I canceled my flight and I stayed. I mean, I've been out in LA. I'm pretty sure I was exposed to someone with COVID in the time that I've been here. One person I've walked by must have had it.
You're just saying statistically?
Statistically, yeah.
Who the fuck knows? Do you know what I mean?
Who the fuck knows?
I went to this restaurant one time and there were so many people.
Post-Cove?
During.
Mid-Cove? Mid-Cove eatery? You pig.
On the patio.
That is okay.
Okay. And I thought it was going to be fine, but when I got to the patio, it was just like people literally sitting on top of each other. And I was like, I for sure got COVID and I was fine. So it always just seems like it's a gamble. And like you were saying, we do make up our own rules as we go along.
Yeah, we're all making up our own rules and judging each other. And some people aren't trying hard enough. Some people are trying too hard. Some people are doing the right thing, which might not be the right thing. It's like crazy. Nobody knows.
Yeah, well, at the beginning of COVID, I was disinfecting packages.
Same, and I don't do that anymore.
I ordered like this.
Do you still disinfect them?
No. I ordered this like...
At the beginning of COVID, I was bringing home groceries and bleaching every product before they went in the fridge.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
No.
Oh, me neither. Me neither. I lick the cereal box. I bite it to open it.
I mean, no. At the beginning of COVID was the scariest thing ever. Now it's like we're probably
I thought we were all going to die.
Now we're
I mean, most of us did, but I thought we were all going to die.
Yeah. Now we're just desensitized.
Yeah. It's crazy living through something where like in a history book, it'll be like this thing came from Wuhan, China and knocked out. How many people are dead now?
So many. Globally, so many. In the U.S., it's probably over 200,000 now.
Over 200,000 people
in the U.S. alone.
That is like something you read about and you shudder and you're like, I'm glad I didn't live through that.
Right. And then the other thing is that's more than the Vietnam War, the Afghanistan War. Can she say Afghanistan?
The Afghan War.
The Afghanistan War, the Vietnam
the Aflac War.
I'm like,
Ducks versus all those Aflac versus Geico.
Yeah. All those wars.
All the big wars.
It's better than
the warheads.
It's literally more than all of those wars combined.
It's terrible.
It's so fucking crazy. And also, I don't know. It's hard to not have anxiety. Especially when I went to the testing site. Okay.
Testing sites, they look like, in E.T. when Elliot's walking through the tent.
Yes, that's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's the best description of the testing site.
Have you ever seen Monsters, Inc.?
Yes.
Do you remember when the guy had the sock from the kids' room on him? How they treated him?
I don't know.
They had oh God. I mean, if you guys know what I'm talking about, you fucking know. They're not supposed to touch the kids and monsters because the kids are like germy and bad for them and they don't know if it'll kill them. And a monster comes back and he's got a kid's sock stuck to his fur. And then suddenly it's like CDC of monsters comes out. They shave him. They fucking yeah, and he's like shunned. Everyone's running from him. That's how you get treated here if you like sneeze.
Yeah. 100%.
It sucks. You know what? It sucks even more for women because like we've already been holding in our farts. Now we have to hold in our farts and our sneezes. We're gonna fucking internally blow up.
We're gonna just explode.
Yeah, well, we're gonna implode.
I've heard that women are the most negatively affected by COVID because they're having to homeschool their kids and work from home, and they're doing most of the homeschooling.
What does that mean? Why because the men are working?
Yeah. Well, it's just like,
well, it's about fucking damn time.
You know,
we got back to our roots.
Yeah. It's like, I'd make my fucking husband do the multiplication tables. Could you imagine having to homeschool your kid?
I think I'd have fun with it. I feel like I'd get frustrated. Like, it's one.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I can't think about it because I'm not on that level. Like I'm not even in a place where I'm like can imagine having a kid.
I can imagine having a kid
right now.
Well, I don't know. Just because the pandemic, it's like there's nothing else going on. You know what I mean? I don't think that's a reason to have a kid, but it does make you think. It does show you, because for the last 10 years, I've been so focused on comedy.
Right.
And then once you take that away, you're like,
you're like, whoa, I can really feel these things drying up.
Yeah.
When I'm not making ha-has.
When I'm not making ha-has. I can't get off on people's laughter, and I can just feel my eggs drying out.
Right. It's a lot to focus on.
Yeah. And you're like, especially if you smoke weed, and you're like, do I need to freeze these?
Right.
And then also, who has 10K lying around to just freeze their eggs?
Who the fuck has 10K lying around? Call me.
If you have 10K, call us. No.
Subscribe to my podcast. I don't know why that would make me any money. Subscribe to my podcast anyways, you guys. Broad Topics.
Yeah, subscribe to Kim's podcast.
Let's throw that in there. You know?
Shoehorn that in.
I see a plug. I plug it in.
She sees an opportunity. This bitch takes it.
Broad Topics, TOPIX, anywhere you find podcasts.
And that's what we call a businesswoman. I mean, like, if I had 10K, I'd put that back into my face.
Oh my God.
Eggs.
I did the math. In order for me to be fully happy about myself, this is a sad statement I'm about to make, but I'm on a podcast and I'm speaking the truth. I did the math. All the things I want: LASIK, laser hair removal.
You want laser hair removal?
I want laser hair removal. I want LASIK on both my eyes.
Okay.
I want a non-surgical nose job, which costs about $1,000 a year.
Is that with Botox?
Like $1,500 a year, yeah.
Okay.
And then I want a chin and not the same thing with my chin.
Yeah, that costs a lot.
Which is about the same thing.
Wait, how much did you say the nose is?
1, 2. It's about. I would say for both of these is about $3,500.
No.
Yeah, for a year.
Okay. Yeah.
What was the other ones I wanted?
I don't know.
And that's it.
I got Botox and they tried to sell me all this other shit, and they came back with the total, and I said, I cannot pay you that. So
really?
Get back to work. I only want Botox. So like, we could fix your face for $3,500. And I was like, what would you do? They're like, well, your chin is a little petite. And I was like, I thought that was a good thing.
A big chin is. That's why I want my chin, because I want a bigger chin. I have a small chin,
and
a chin's a good thing. I actually went in for a consultation to get my nose done, and she said, "Your nose is fine. It's your chin." And I was like,
and then you have a complex,
yes,
because you're like, I thought that this was
because I'm like, my nose didn't just get better in my eyes. Now I'm like, well, my nose and my chin is the problem.
Yeah, she kept saying, well, you do have a petite chin. So, and I was like, I thought having a petite chin was good. They're like, no, because it should be the same size as your nose.
It should.
And they're like, even if you just filled it in a little, you would feel a lot better. And I was like, can you stop saying that? Because I can't afford it.
Right. Like, if I had $3,500, I'd give that to you.
And also, like, if I didn't have to wear
spare
a
on my
mask,
chin. If we weren't in a pandemic and I didn't lose my job.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just told stand up in a window today. So I don't have $3,500 for my petite chin.
Yeah. And also they just kept saying it like it was an insult.
I gotta say, so rude that the Comedy Store does the live stream from the side of the face.
Oh. There's nothing worse.
And it's to the whole crowd in the back.
No.
Side profile.
There's nothing.
Isn't that rude? That's how you know they hate women. That was my first joke. And nobody understood. They were like, what? And I was like, anyways, ladies, big noses, you got me, right?
What was it like performing through the window?
It was fun. It was actually fun. Besides the fact that everyone had to see my side profile the entire time, which is, I wouldn't be able to focus on the jokes. I might as well have my tits out.
But like when you see, isn't it? Okay, they took a photo. When I got the Botox, they took a photo of my face and they're like, we're going to see what you look like in 3D.
Okay.
And then they were just looking at all my problem areas and it was like blown up on a screen. And I was like,
abuse. That's kind of abusive.
I was like, I hate myself and I'm not giving you $4,000.
Right. That's
I
kind
can
of
give
mean.
you like $300, but I'm not giving you $4,000. You know?
Yeah.
It's also just like only in LA, I feel. Where would it be like both of us are like we have petite chins and that's a problem?
Right. No, I mean, if
It's
I go to
so
Wisconsin, I'll shit on them hoes.
Yeah.
But
Huge in Wisconsin.
Actually, you know what? I came back from New York. I actually feel more attractive in LA this time than I did last time I was here 3 or 4 years ago. And I think it's because literally every girl here that is like a 10, like an LA 10, they literally all got the same exact nose jobs. They all look like the same girl.
And they all have like the same lip injections.
The same. They all look exactly the same. So then I was like, for the first time in my life, I'm like, don't feel like they are above me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, yeah, you're pretty, but you look like 70 other people I've seen tonight.
Yeah, there is.
But
that.
then every once in a while you'll see one and I'm like, who is your doctor, girl? Because you look like a queen.
Yeah. But it's also like, who's spending that much money on getting facial plastic surgery while the world
if I
shut
have
down?
money, I would.
You're like, I got lip injections.
If anything, it's probably cheaper right now.
It's not.
No,
They're trying to squeeze.
You've called.
Yeah. They're trying to squeeze people because.
Well, I was about to get the chin thing right before COVID. I'm glad I didn't. I would have wasted my whole year with a good chin indoors.
Taking selfies.
I would have definitely made it OnlyFans if I had to get a chin thing and I couldn't go anywhere. I would be like, well, I got to take my boobies out now and show my chin off.
Like drizzling up.
Right. Sorry, I eat syrup in slow motion now.
Oh my God. Remember when, somebody messaged me and was like,
oh,
send me neck pics.
Yes.
And I was like, back and forth about whether or not it was appropriate to be sending neck pics. And then I ultimately...
And then I was like, just do it.
And then I was like, okay, what do you want in terms of the neck pics? And he was like...
all that is already so weird.
It's
even
already
saying it makes me like...
Cringe?
Like, it doesn't make me cringe, but I understand because there's a few guys that are like, be mean to me and I'll send you money. And me even being mean to them for money, I'm like, ugh, but it's $400.
If you're out there, you want me to be mean...
Hashtag pay pigs.
Hashtag pay pigs.
But you sent those neck pics.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what happened. So he keeps sending me messages from these like private accounts. I don't know who the person is. And he's like, I want a close up of the neck, maybe with a necklace.
Okay.
I want you gargling water.
Okay.
So I'm in my parents'
This
house.
is degrading.
I'm in my parents' house.
Gargling neck water.
And videoing my neck. And then I'm like, I can't send this. Well, so I message it back and I'm like, okay, send me half of it.
Mm-hmm.
The money.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send you me gargling water.
Right.
Never writes back. So then I just had like this neck video on my phone.
So you never sent it?
No, and I just felt like such a fool. Like,
did you delete the message of being like, I got your video for you, sir?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that was like,
Sarah.
I was like,
That's so funny.
And also, like, what a weird fetish.
Well, I tweeted one day because I do you get dick pics?
Sometimes
I get dick pics probably, and like by sometimes I mean I maybe get one every 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, is that a lot?
That's a lot.
That's a high rate of dick pics.
That is.
I get dick pics.
On what platforms?
Instagram and Twitter.
Twitter dick?
Mm-hmm. I get Twick.
Twig? You could twig?
Yeah. So I tweeted as a joke, you can only send me dick pics. I'll accept them for $100. I'll look at them and make fun of you. And then this dude was like, can I send you my dick for $100 to make fun of? And I was like, sure. And then he sent me his dick. I made fun of it. And then he never sent me the money. I was like, you had me work for you, but also other people did. Other people did, so it was worth it. I still made. I'm still an accountant.
How much money do you make from roasting dicks?
I'm not talking about my money to the government online.
Catch me gargling.
Yeah. Just know I'd be goggling that water.
Just let me tell you, if you're out there looking for a strong neck,
don't look for mine because my shit is not that strong.
Well, like, okay,
I want collarbones. Well, give me a week.
Clavicle?
I gotta get on keto.
Clavicle?
I'll get clavicle. I gotta need a week. I've been in Florida too long. It's time to get the clavicles
We've all metaphorically been in Florida for too long.
Right, but imagine being metaphorically in Florida.
Right.
Heavy.
Honestly, but being anywhere now is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Except for in here.
This is great.
I really love this.
I never want to leave this area.
I know. So, what do you think leads to somebody wanting a neck photo? How do you start like fetishizing necks?
What could have been the beginning of that?
Maybe likes necklaces?
No, it has to be like, I don't know. Because remember when we did Stone Science podcast?
Mm-hmm.
And we found out that foot fetishes are because there's like a part in your brain that the part that thinks feet are cute is right next to the part that makes you horny for men, like the neurons or whatever.
Yeah.
Someone who's smarter than me is calling me a fucking idiot right now, and you're right, but I'm sort of onto
something.
Yes, onto something. But then sometimes they like get crossed.
Yeah, the wires get crossed.
And then people like
cortex,
feet. And that's why, And
I just wanted to say cortex, so it sounded like I knew what I was talking about. I was
shout out to her friend Cortex.
No.
So it gets crossed. So I think maybe it's the same thing.
Just like, how do you
necks are like
you're like.
Necks are a weird thing to be into.
But also,
I'm
they
sensitive
a weird
about
thing?
my throat.
Do you like getting choked during sex?
A little bit, yeah. But not throat choked.
You don't?
No, I like a blood choke.
What's the difference between a blood choke and a throat choke?
Well, you should... I don't think being choked right here feels good. I think being choked like when you grab the sides and squeeze only.
Yeah,
like
you're
not
right.
the front.
Yeah.
Like you don't want someone to like choke you like that. You want someone to like grab the sides and like squeeze in so it kind of like cuts the blood off.
Right. We're talking choking.
Yeah, so I like that. But the front of my throat is very like sensitive. Like I don't wear a shirt to bed because I don't like anything touching. I don't usually wear short necklaces. I don't wear chokers. I don't wear turtlenecks. I don't like anything touching my neck. Even sometimes is weird. If the wind blows, it makes my neck sensitive. It's like,
no.
Yeah, it's like and sometimes it just feels sensitive for no reason. It's like, it bothers me so much and there's nothing I can do about it. Like it just like feels.
Your neck?
Like my throat.
You have a delicate throat?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like, and sometimes it feels like it bothers me so. It's like I don't know how to describe it. It bothers me. It's like nails on a chalkboard on my throat, but there's nothing happening. I can just feel it. Like and there's nothing I can do.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like it just my throat. Even talking about it's making it kind of bothered.
Really?
Yes. I can like feel it. Like feels like a bad tickle.
But do you need like to open up your throat chakra? Catch her singing.
What?
Maybe you just need to start singing and like using your voice.
Maybe.
Do you have the fantasy of taking like voice lessons? Or
yes.
Is that just, you do?
Yes.
Me too.
We should get voice lessons together. A two for one. A twofer. Can you give us a twofer? Hi.
Hi, we're trying to sing them songs.
We want a twofer.
We want to sing melodies.
If someone's out there and is willing to buy me and Sarah Singing lessons. We're willing to take them and personally send you our throat videos of us singing. Oh, we should get sponsors to sponsor us for singing lessons and have a contest to see who could be the better singer in 6 months.
I'm down. Oh, a sing-off?
A sing-off.
Oh, bitch. A sing-off? No, because you know what's going to happen? What? You're going to get so competitive with it. You're going to win. I'm going to be emotionally...
You're going to be cracking like a dumb bitch. I was like, oh, you're off key or whatever it is.
Yeah, she's going to be like roasting me and singing.
Right.
You're off key. Get away from me.
Oh, okay. Okay, Shank.
You know what I mean, though? I think this is what I think. I think if I spend some time alone with a microphone, I need to get a good Bluetooth mic. I had a Bluetooth mic. It was cheap. Shitty.
Okay.
So if you're out there and you make Bluetooth mics,
send me one too. We want a twofer.
We want a twofer.
Everything we ask for on this episode of the podcast is a twofer. One for me and one for her.
That's right. We'll roast your dicks.
So you want the mic so you can sing to yourself and like have it in your phone?
Yeah, because this is what I think. I think I'm too in my head about singing. But then I think really all you need to do is listen to songs enough and then do an impression of the person that's singing.
I've thought that too, but maybe that's what people who can't sing think. Because I've had that same thought and I can't sing.
But I'm saying, how do you know you can't sing? Can't everybody sing like how everybody can dance?
Everybody can't dance.
I can't, but I don't know. Singing and dancing is something that we could focus on. Why'd you just say ow?
Because I'm 30 and so my knee's been bent for too long.
Oh.
So you know when you unbend a knee?
I'm like, is it your delicate throat again? I was like,
it's just my creaky knee.
It's like, what's happening?
It's not my delicate throat anymore. It's just my creaky knee.
I was like, okay.
But yeah, I would love to learn how to sing. Me and you used to sing on the car all the time together, and you're one of the only people.
It's a safe space.
You're one of the only people I'll legitimately try to sing in front of.
It's like
it wasn't good for either of us.
No, but that's why the stakes aren't high. You know what I mean? That's how you have to start in like a safe space.
You have to start with another bad singer or like a professional who
or we
is
could
teaching.
bring in a professional
and do a podcast episode.
Yeah.
We have to start a podcast together.
Singing with Kim and Sara. Neither one of us are singers.
And every week we have a different person come in and give us a voice lesson.
And we see us a music lesson.
Or a music lesson for an hour.
Or a dance lesson.
Or a dance lesson.
Would you watch this?
You guys, we need sponsors for our new podcast, Dance, Voice, Sing, Do With Us.
Dance, Sing, Learn.
We should just call it Twofers.
Twofers, yeah. Oh, that's amazing and truly a dream. I mean, also learning some dance.
Yeah.
Get weird with it.
I could learn some dance. I don't want my toes in the shot. You know, people get all fucking...
Yeah, you got to pay extra for that.
Then, I'll be on a website and there's going to be a rating on them.
And by website, you mean WikiFeet?
That specific website I'm already
on. Are you on there?
Yeah, are you?
No, I keep this shit concealed, dude.
You do?
You see my toe? It's huge.
Oh.
I've been self-conscious about my toe, and then I've said on a few podcasts that I don't like my feet. Right. And then Chelsea Skidmore was like, can I see your feet? And then I showed her my feet, and she's like, they're not even bad. So I just want for the record to know they're not as bad as I'm making them seem, but they're still not good. You know,
wow,
how, like,
you and Alex both don't like your feet.
She doesn't like her feet?
She hates her feet. She says she has one really bad toe that she like covers up all the time.
Is it longer than the big one?
It is. It's got personality. I've seen it, and it's not horrible, but
it's got personality. My feet definitely have
Shout
personality.
out to my co-host Alex Scarlato.
Raw Topics, check it out. My feet have personality, and by personality I mean like they're flat,
right? Kind
of like Fred Flintstone has like flat feet, and they're not like narrow.
Right.
You know when you see like a narrow foot and you're like, damn, that's a nice looking foot. Like you can kind of see how people...
I don't know what to tell you. I have the perfect feet. They're not done right.
Your feet actually are really nice.
They're not done right now, but my arch...
Actually,
they're really dirty right now.
But let me tell you this. This is fucking for real. You have really nice feet.
I know. I have really good arches. Look at my toes. Look at how my toes go.
You could step on someone's face for cash with those.
I could. My toes go like this perfectly. They're a size 7.5. The arches are fucking immaculate. Look at the arch.
Also, the nails on there are good.
The nails are good. I need a pedicure.
The coloring is good.
The coloring is good. I need a pedicure, obviously.
But these are your pandemic feet.
These are pandemic feet. These are the worst they get, and they're still not terrible.
I'm impressed.
They're good. You know, me and my mom were walking on the beach one time, and she we were like, oh, on our way back, let's see if we could find our own footsteps, because there was like a bunch of feet prints on the beach. And we were looking, and I was like, oh, those have to be mine, because I saw this
perfect.
Like, it was just like what you would take of a picture of a footprint in the sand. It was just every toe was, and I was like, those are mine. My mom was like, no, they're not. She was like all pissed. She was like, those aren't yours. Shut up. And I was like, those are mine. And she was like, no, they're not. Walk up and put your feet in them. And I walked right up so confident, and they fit like a fucking glove.
And what she said.
And she was like, they are yours. And my mom, she had to get leg surgery like years ago, knee surgery. And so she has like a limp. And she's got a big thick Puerto Rican girl. So she walks with a little weight on her, and I was like, those are yours. And you could see the sand. It was like all pushed up. It looked like someone tried to dig themselves out of it already.
Yeah.
And she was like, those aren't mine. And I was like, those are yours. And they were. And I was like,
that's so funny.
Yeah.
Also, you know what? I don't like men's feet. Unless I'm really into the guy.
Yeah.
Because like some weird man feet.
Yeah.
Nothing's worse.
Nothing. Truly nothing's worth.
Also, when men don't cut their fingernails.
Oof.
It's like, how are you fucking?
The last guy I dated was really good with that. He was always clipping and cleaning his nails, to the point where I was like, let me go clean mine, because this motherfucker got cleaner nails than me right now.
Yeah,
mine have a little dirt in them.
That is good.
No, yeah. He was like way cleaner than me, which was a first. I usually date dirtier boys.
I'm normally like the messier one, I think. But
it makes me self-conscious to be the messier one.
Yeah, no, it's something I'm working on.
Being less messy or dating guys that are clean?
Both. I mean, dating a messy guy, if you can be a little messy yourself, is too much mess.
It's true.
You gotta just, because you automatically, it feels like once you start picking up after a dude, you just don't stop. You can't start picking up after them.
No.
They need to pick up their own shit.
Yes.
They need to do all their own chores.
Absolutely.
You heard it here on Shank.
You heard it here. Pick up your shit.
Pick up your shit. No one wants to do that for you.
Nobody wants to pick up your shit.
Especially if it's in a common area. You know?
Yeah. I do know. They're bad. They don't clean up.
They don't clean. Rinse your dish.
Rinse your dish.
Just put some soap.
You don't even have to wash it. Just rinse it till the food's off of it. And then leave it in the sink. It's fine. We'll get the rest.
We'll get the rest. Speak for yourself. It's not a twofer.
This is not a twofer situation.
This is not a twofer situation. I have to be honest. You made an instant coffee. It was incredible.
It was really good. Did you drink it all?
I drank the whole thing. Did you drink yours?
Yeah, mine's gone.
I'm gonna need another.
Yeah, me too.
Before I leave.
And it really got me like,
I'm like jacked up. I'm like, did I do 5 lines of cocaine and an Adderall?
About each other.
Twofer.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's been good.
Yeah, I mean, so what is this?
I'm loving this view.
She's staring at herself.
This is. I'm not just talking about me. I'm just talking about the podcast. Should we have sat closer? This whole time we should have been a little closer to you guys. There we go. I like that. What do you think? Do you want some table to lean on?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
This is the best
so
podcast
cozy
setup I've done in quite some time.
Do you guys like my new apartment? I'm really excited about it.
I love it.
Thank you.
Live from Kim's bunker.
Live from my bunker.
Bunk bed bunker.
Bunk loft bunk.
Bunker?
Is it a bunk bed?
No, it's like a loft bed.
What, is it a bunk bed? There has to be a bottom bed.
I don't know the full technical definition of a bunk bed versus.
I think bunk is like when you're with like me and you are bunking
Remember
up.
We had bunk beds?
Yes, in our hotel room, my favorite. You weren't about it, but
that hotel room was fucking insane. Let's talk about
Sarah's so funny. Like we have such wildly different personalities. We walk in and she's like, it's like camp. I was like, I got top bunk.
Yeah. She's like all excited. Let's climb up it. And like, this is a nightmare. It was like a small pod.
It was not great.
It was terrible because Lewis was like, oh yeah, we booked the hotel room for us.
Right.
But then he hadn't really booked it.
Right.
So it was
in
like
Lewis fashion, he forgot.
And it was during Skank Fest.
So everything was booked. So we had to stay in like this
pod hotel.
It was a pod hotel.
It was called the Pod.
We should have done a podcast at the Pod.
We should have.
We're fools.
No, it was too small of a space to even like brush your teeth in.
We're under a loft.
It was like
right now.
Yeah, I know. It was too exhausting with Skank Fest.
That's true.
No, but being in that pod room, I'm traumatized from being in the pod.
It was a lot. It was
like the toilet was in the shower.
That's
weird. What was wrong.
That's the issue. I was trying to think of what we didn't like about it, and I was like, oh.
It wasn't that it was just small.
The toilet was literally in the shower.
So if you had to take a shit after you showered, you'd be taking a shit on a wet toilet.
Yeah.
Not that women shit.
I've never shat before.
But when we do shit,
a
twofer.
It's a twofer.
So stupid.
I think I know the podcast episode.
The title?
Yeah.
Twofer. Twofer.
And
more. Twofer. Okay.
Oh my God.
At what point?
Why'd you put your hand out like that?
Because I'm just trying to think of the thought process of being like, you know what we could do to save space? Put the toilet in the shower. How does that get greenlit?
This is what I get about it. If the toilet is far away enough from the shower, you can always just spray it. Like if your shower has a spray nozzle, you can always keep that bottom part really clean, which I like. And the toilet really clean in general. You can just spray it down and it dries. What it should have.
Then you got a wet toilet, you're like sliding around on it.
It's just not right. You're right. It's not natural.
It's not natural.
Yeah.
You can't have two people in a pod. And the worst thing about it was to stay in this pod was expensive too.
It was expensive as fuck.
Like you're like, oh, it was $300, $400 hotel.
It was full college tuition.
Yeah.
To stay there.
Mm-hmm. And the fucking toilet was in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
Have you given up on, like, in general, since the pandemic started, do you find you're getting dressed up less? Because, like, for me, I used to wear outfits every day. Right. Now it's just sweatpants, no makeup, hair up. And if I have something to do, like a podcast or going to see somebody.
I need you to understand my pandemic's gone a little differently than yours.
Okay.
I've been in Florida for 8 months where we've just been living life.
What does that mean?
We've just been living life.
Right. You've been wearing jeans. Outfits.
Jitsu.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll take jujitsu in LA?
Yeah. I'm probably going to try and find something like in the next few weeks.
Do you miss it?
Yeah.
What about it do you like?
It's my favorite workout, and I like learning things and being able to use them on people.
Like choke out a man?
Yeah.
Is it fun?
It's so fun, especially when you know you like genuinely did something. Because there are times where you're like rolling with someone and you know like they're letting you like kind of try and figure out what you're doing. And then there are other times where you roll with someone and you're like, oh, this person does not want to lose to me. And I'm going to have to make them.
That makes you
yeah.
Because you're sick in the head.
I'm sick.
You're not going to lose to me. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm back. I'm going to be back soon. I also love everything about jiu-jitsu. I love doing jiu-jitsu. It's my favorite workout. It's so much fun. I think it's like really good like self-defense. And I think the guys are so hot.
Even the cauliflower ears?
It's my favorite. I'm into it.
Would you lick a cauliflower ear?
Yeah.
Would you put your tongue in a cauliflower ear?
If it could fit.
That's so stupid. It's so cauliflower it wouldn't fit. Yeah.
My tongue gets stuck. We have to get I have to pop the cauliflower in order to get it out.
If you went like that, would it just pop back into shape?
No, it like hardens. You have to get it like at first when it starts popping out, you have to get it like put a syringe in it and like drain it. And if you don't
Are you
do
gonna
that,
have that?
I don't think so. My ears have been sore like a couple of times, but I don't think
Well, what is happening so much that your ear becomes fucking an elephant ear instead of just a regular ear?
Like when you're doing like takedowns and stuff, a lot of the times you're putting your head like on the side of, and when they're wearing gis, like the material of the gi is like almost like a hard towel. And so you're like rubbing your ears against this person, or sometimes when you guys are fighting.
Is it gi like the rope?
You're always supposed to put what?
The gi,
yeah.
the rope.
Yeah.
Gi's also like a type of clarified butter.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a type of butter.
Oh.
That all these people that go to Whole Foods use.
Oh shit.
It's called
really?
gi. Yeah.
Wow.
You learn something new.
You learn something new every day.
Twofer. Yeah, cauliflower ear.
Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to get it. My ear was sore once and I was a little bit worried, and then it went away.
If you got a cauliflower ear, would you stop
doing jujitsu? No. I'd probably just get it drained. I feel like you can take care of it. And maybe if it looked cute, I'd keep it.
It wouldn't.
How do you know? How do you know? If I got like a little bit up here, it'd be kind of cute.
I mean, you could end up with a jujitsu guy.
Like a little, like,
would you
right
wear
here.
a hoop with a cauliflower ear?
I wear a hoop with my collie. There's a hoop in my collie.
Ew, that seems like it's like would breed bacteria.
Yeah, well, jujitsu's a very breed bacteria type of environment. I mean, you have to be really, really clean too, because it's so easy to get like staph.
Okay. And like ringworm.
Ringworm.
I remember
staph.
my high school boyfriend.
I've gotten like little like arm, like at one point my arm discolored a little, some sort of fungus. And then it came back.
I don't think it's for me.
No, it's Sarah.
Could you imagine if
nothing could be less for you than I tell almost everyone I know, you got to try it at least once. Sarah, you should never try jujitsu. You would fucking hate it. Sarah, one 4th of July, I had to spend almost 40 minutes convincing this bitch to go on a slip and slide with me. And it was like so fun. It was on a hill. It was like on floaties. Like it was so fun. And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, we're going.
And I did have fun.
Yeah, and you went again.
I did. I went twice.
Mm-hmm. I went 17 times. I was nobody saw me at the adult party because I was with the kids going down the hill and then running back up and going
cutting the line and like cutting children and flying down.
I was like, elders first.
Yeah, fucking kids out, adults in.
It's Adult Swim. Remember when they do that at pools?
Okay, so I used to always go over to my family friend's house, and they had this mom, she had 4 girls, right? And her house was always fun to go to because they had 4 girls. So it was always like a hang. And so when we went over there, they didn't have a pool. They had an inflatable pool in the backyard. Right. And the mom had a whistle, and she would come out and go, whew. She'd go, kids out, adults in. And then she would get in by herself.
No, yes. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
That's hilarious.
She's like, it's my turn, guys, get out. And I remember we would go there because they had 4 kids. They would make us do, like, if you slept there, you'd have to do the chores with the family. And it was like kind of fun because it was like.
My mom always made my friends clean with us.
Really?
Well, she didn't make them clean with us, but she would be like, Kim's not going, sorry, like, you can call your mom, but Kim's not going to the mall today with you guys. I'm not dropping you guys off at the mall until the thing I said is done. And then my friends would be like, I'll help you.
And then you go to the mall.
Yeah, and then we can go to the mall.
That's what you gotta do.
That's what you gotta do. I think that's good parenting.
And then they learn how to do things. You teach them shit. Totally. But I remember we'd go over there and she'd be like, it's laundry time. It's time to fold the laundry. And the kids, all of her daughters would be like, I got shirts, I got socks. And then all the guests would get stuck with their dad's underwear.
No, that's so inappropriate.
And then we would be folding this guy named Ed's underwear.
Ew. Okay, that is not
Ed's
right.
Underwear.
That's not right.
And then we come home and be like, Mom, I had to fold Ed's underwear. And my mom would be like, that's good for you. It's fine. Good. You got to go do some chores. Good. It's like,
wow.
I'm like scarred for life. But anyways, I think that's our episode.
That was fun as fuck.
That was so fun. Where can our listeners and viewers find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Kimberly Congdon, on Instagram and TikTok at Kim Congdon. And like I said before, check out my podcast, Broad Topics, BROADTOPIX, with my co-host Alex Scarlato. And we have that podcast on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, Stitcher, Spotify. We're also on the Gas Digital Network, and you can get the episodes 4 days early there. You can watch live, you can join the chat, and you can go to gasdigitalnetwork.com and use promo code TOPICS to get a free 14 days.
Is it Topics with an X?
TOPIX.
Cool. Okay, wait, hold on. One thing before we wrap up.
Yeah.
To give you something. Hold on.
Oh my God. What is it? Oh, she comes bearing gifts. Oh, shit.
Okay, hold on. I have 2 sock options that you can pick from. This one I opened, but I haven't worn.
Okay, I love that every time you give me a gift, this is what you say to me.
Yeah, that's because you're my actual, like, good friend. Right, so I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah, right.
Because I thought maybe you would like these ones.
Okay, she gave me weed earlier, and she said the same thing. A jar of weed. Oh, I love those. I'm putting them on right now.
They're alien socks from Oh Yeah Socks.
They are so cute.
I was like, she's going to be obsessed with these.
I love these. Wait.
Guys, go to ohyeah.com. Look at them. They've got little aliens with hats.
What does it say?
It's Oh Yeah on the bottom.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, 3 O's H. Enter discount code Sara10, 10% off.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Make sure to subscribe, rate, and review.
Bye.
Bye.